Okay, long awaited kit tour. I'm in the studio today and some folk have been asking for a tour of the setup, so we're going to do that now. This is the first time I've had two kicks on the go since I got my Demon Drive double pedal, so that's been 2015. So since then I've been using one kick, and I thought it was time to bring back two kicks. So here we are. It's a fresh moment. What we have here is a Yamaha Oak Custom X. I got this kit in 2009, read the review, and it just, having read the review, loud, punchy, blah blah blah. I like Yamaha stuff, and the reviewer said it was the loudest drum kit he'd ever played, and that was quite enough for me. Shortly after that I noticed that Dave McLean from Machine Head was using it, so that was enough to spur me into ordering one. So I did in 2009. What I ordered was the two kicks that you see here, which are 22 by 20 deep. I got a 10-inch tom, 12-inch tom that you'll see there. I forget the depths, but they're like the hyper-sized sort of toms, so they're a bit shorter, which I was a bit apprehensive about, but I also went for an 18-inch floor tom, which is on the kit today. I ordered a 16-inch as well, but I sold that some years ago because I preferred just the raw power and pop of the 18. So I run the 18 now, and that's why I was comfortable to go for the slightly shorter toms, because I knew I was getting an 18-inch floor. And to be honest, the shorter toms, they're pretty beefy actually. In recording sessions, you know, the engineers have commented on that they are beefier than you would think, and they are, and they're just a really pure, clean tone, and just the oak is just so powerful. And I wanted a wood that was slightly different from your maple, what have you. So I went for oak, and I've never been happier. The kicks are thunder cannons. They're just totally off the hook. They're the loudest kick drums I've ever played, and they record really well. It's just an overall just really powerful kit, and I couldn't be happier with it. Back there you'll see the Ludwig Black Magic 14x8 lurking there. Just got the Evans head on that today. Still in the process of tuning it up, and I'll get that sounding right, because it's good, but it's not quite right. I think I could do better. And I've got the brass 42 strand snare wires in the bottom. So let's go into the minutiae of the kit. I'm a bit of a drum geek, and some of you must be too. Front heads, I'm using Evans EQ3. For years and years and years, I was a die-hard Remo player. In the last 2, 3, 4 years, I've gravitated towards Evans, because nobody makes a better snare drum head than Evans. That's my solid opinion, and I won't be moved from that. I just favour their designs. They're a bit more innovative, and but when I first started using Evans heads, when I was still using Remos, I did think that Remos were a bit more durable. But I think in recent years, Evans has clawed that back. I think Evans are just as durable, if not more. And Evans heads definitely tune up better. They're just easier to work with. So that's why I use Evans nowadays. On the kicks, on the EQ3s, which are single ply heads with the little flappy bits inside, they're my head of choice. I've got kick ports, great for pulling the front head into a bit of focus, and it's just another product that does what it says in the tin. It lowers and sort of pulls the bass frequencies into a bit better tone, and a bit deeper as well. So yeah, really happy with them. Underneath the toms for resonance heads, on floor tom as well, I'm using the Evans black resonant heads. Obviously mainly for aesthetics because it's a black kit. It's black sparkle, single ply 10mm heads, akin to the Ambassador. Couldn't be happy with them. Another thing I like about Yamaha is the yes mount. This system here, for me, you know, out of all the drum kits I've used, Pearls, D-drums, Tama, whatever, it's always a faff and a guddle with getting the toms on and off. These are just dynamite, really good. The best designs are really simple, and it's just like a hex design here, and they just slot in and they stay there, and there's no weird things that clamp onto the side of your rims and dampen down the toms, whatever. So I take care of the front of the kit. Here's the Explosion Crash 18-inch. I'm going to chuck up the A-Custom and compare it soon. That's my 19-inch Metal Crash. Holy China's here. And the Power Bell Ride. Let's go round to the business end of the kit. Sabian AX stage hats. So here we are, we've got the Demon drives. I split them into two for the first time ever. Really happy with them so far. So what we have the Ludwig 14x8 Black Magic snare, which is just an incredible, pure sounding, powerful drum. Still getting to grips with tuning that. So on the toms, my preferred head of choice on this kit for years when I was using the Remos was the Emperor. G2s, just as good, and they tune up better. You can actually, with the G2, surprisingly, I think you can tune them lower and still get a decent tone out of the drums. So that's the reason again why I use Evans there. And obviously a clear G2 on the 18-inch floor tom. Yeah, Holy China. And I use these Pearl counterweighted cymbal stands. I think they're called Advanced or something like that. I've had these things for 10 years or so. They're just excellent beasting cymbal stands, and I need ones that have the counterweight because I hit hard and can't be doing with cymbal stands falling over. And you can pull out this part here and, you know, tilt it even further, all that sort of thing. Really good. Only thing is, this thing here, this is a Gibraltar replacement part. The Pearl one did crack. I've had to replace both of them actually, so bear that in mind if you're going for cymbal stands. That's an issue on the Pearl. These things here, forget what you call them, tilters, whatever, they do crack if you're not careful with them. So here we are. I've got Remo P3s on here simply because I don't have a couple of EQ4s cutting around, and I've got the Bill Sanders Power Rock pads. I do actually, this is one thing I'll say, I do think the Remo P3s are slightly better than the EQ4. So it's been a long time since I've been running two kicks, so they're not exactly the same in pitch. But they will be. I've had a wee bit of a muck about with them and they're quite close. The left kick drum, I remember this, is the pitch of that shell is slightly higher than the right, so that's just something I have to live with, and I'll get there eventually. So I think that just about covers it for the kit video behind the scenes. And also, of course, I've got the Gibraltar drinks holder and a Danmar stick holder. So go fuck yourself. So there we go. Any questions on the setup, guys? Don't be afraid to comment and we'll have a chat about it. Okay? Cheers.